G'day legends, and thanks for tuning in. This week's video got something a bit different for you. Some of you might remember Mark Chevy from way back. I did some wiring and plumbing on it, got it running and driving for him. Well, since it's been running and driving, it hasn't got on the road yet. It's basically got engine oil leaks, transmission oil leaks. He's got a real steep driveway. This thing's got an open wheeler in it, so I won't even get up the driveway. We've got to put a sway bar on it, a stack of jobs. So I'm gonna rip into it, make it happen, and we're going old school today. Got the GoPro happening. I took the Sony out with Skid the other day, fishing, and I don't think I like the water. I can't get the audio to work back on it, so anyway, we're getting it old school. I'm gonna rip into the Chevy, get this thing sorted, eh? So like I was saying, one of the biggest dramas with this thing that I got to fix is the engine oil leak, and I think it could be the sump. It's possibly the rear main, or maybe both, but I pulled the inspection cover off. Doesn't look like it's running down from the back of the crank. When Mark brought this to me, the engine was a bit of an unknown. I think it was actually a TAFE teacher's engine, and he had it in the classroom and had been worked on. Long story short, the thing didn't have any oil pressure. I ended up dropping the sump off it and found the pickup bolts were loose. So we sort of elevated the engine as far as I could, got in there, put a new pickup gasket in it, put something back on it, and it had oil pressure. But like I say, now it's got an oil leak, which could be the sump, rear main, or both. Either way, Mark's decided he wants to put a cam in this thing, so what I'm gonna do is actually rip the engine out, inspect the sump and the rear main. If it's just a sump, we'll do the sump gasket, slot it back in, and then it'd be easier to actually do the cam with the engine probably sitting in it. Just gonna get stuck in, get this engine out, make sure it's not the rear main, and yeah, get it happening, eh? Rightio legends, so yeah, we've got the donk out, got the sump off, and I've had a big look at this thing, and I'm quietly confident that the rear main isn't leaking. Like I said, this thing, when we got it going last time, had no oil pressure, the pickup was loose, so we had to we lifted the engine up in situ, dropped the sump down, got it down enough to basically, do what we had to do with the pickup, and we couldn't change the sump gasket at the same time. So what I've come to learn is that this gasket is just crumbling to bits. So I'm pretty sure that's the majority of the leak back here. It looks actually quite good up in there, and it's sort of seeping all around. I think it was ending up in a mess out the back there. So I think I just rang Cheaper Auto, and they've got a one-piece sump gasket in store. The kit that we got for this thing has got the cork, main, and the rubber ends, and that's just asking for leaks at those joints. So I'm gonna zip in, get that one-piece sump gasket, get everything cleaned up, put some back on it, and just slot this thing straight back in, I think. Once it's back in, then we can start on the cam install. So yeah, head into town, get this thing sorted, eh? Rightio legends, so as you've probably seen in the last clip, it was pelting down rain, so yeah, the audio was going to be trash, so I ended up just hooking in. It's a new day. As you can see, the donk's back in it, pipes are on it. I've already done the cam swap. I probably just showed you a little glimpse of the side by side with the cams. I don't know if you get an idea of the difference in the lobes, but anyway, that's in. New water pump's on, timing cover's back on, all that good stuff. Intake's back on. Push rods, rockers, I even slotted the Dizzy in it, so now it's time to chuck the carby on. I'll get that fitted, put the rest of the wiring back on this thing. I'm debating whether I run it up and break that cam in now or move on to the transmission or the diff, so I'll see how I go once I get going. I've already put a oil additive in for the cam, a little comp cam break-in stuff to help it along. Some Penrite HPR 50, it's got a heap of zinc in it, so that should help the cam out. Even though it's hydraulic, it's still flat tappet, so we'll help it out. So like I said, I'll sit you down, get this carby on, and yeah, keep putting this thing together, eh? Rightio legends, so we've got the radiator in, wiring's hooked up, just keyed on, fuel pump's doing its thing. I can't find my timing light at the moment, so I'm hoping the timing is somewhere where it's gonna start and run happy. Got my screwdriver on me because once this thing fires up, they want it to do 2,500 RPM for like 20 minutes, half hour, so try and make that happen. Hopefully it stays cool. Don't know if this thing's run for that long before. But as you can see, like it's dead cold. Hopefully it starts and runs straight up. So I guess we'll see what we got. It's in park. All right. There we go, we got oil pressure now. Oh yeah. All right, let's give it a little bit of throttle. It's been pretty close with the old timing. Just as I say that. All right. Give a little bit that way, see what we're working with there. That's better. This thing break in and see how she goes. Rightio legends, well the cam running was going good, but I noticed it was getting a bit hot, so we had to shut it down halfway, which isn't ideal, but it is what it is. Couldn't have it overheat, so like I said, I pulled it up and I've been doing a few other jobs that we got to tick off on this thing. So the calipers on the front were dragging, and I found they were just a bit sticky, the pistons. It wasn't the slides, it's the pistons itself. The left side is okay now. The right side I got pulled apart. I got to go with a kit for it. The seal is just swollen. Piston just won't move freely enough. So we'll get that sorted tomorrow. Gone ahead and drained the pan on this thing, on the transmission. I've got to change the kickdown cable, which I've got here. So I thought service the transmission while I'm going. There's also an oil leak I've got to fix on the speedo drive. So I've got a part coming for that. So I thought I'll let the engine cool down and we'll do these other jobs while we're going, eh? So I'll get this transmission sorted. Rightio, legends, so I got the transmission back together, serviced it, got the new kick down in it, and I just finished the second half of breaking that cam in. Thing sounds really good. Yeah, excuse the water, I've just been running the hose out of the radiator because I'm not confident that it's going to stay cool, so I have to revise that cooling system, but yeah, it sounds really good. I mean, I prefer these things with a single system on them, but that's the extent of the exhaust system so far. But like I said, not too sure where the timing's at, but it's running pretty good, so. Yeah, gotta be happy with that, so we'll shut it down for today and stop annoying the neighbours, and yeah, we'll get in the rest of tomorrow. Rightio, legends, so I was a bit cramped for space and a bit tight and a bit dark, so I kind of just hooked in and got it done, but not that you could really tell, but I got a new extension housing seal fitted to the transmission, and I also went ahead and put the speedo delete in there as well. So transmission oil leaks are sorted, so yeah, we chucked the drive shaft back in it, and also I had every intention of filming the diff setup and the limited slip in it, but kind of had a bit of dramas with shims and carrying on, so basically I went ahead and hooked in and got it done. So sorry about that I didn't film it, but yeah, so basically it's got new wheel bearings on the axles, limited slip hemispheres in it, new input seal on the pinion. So yeah, like I said, diff is sorted now, should be spinning 2 wheels for days. Like you already seen, the cam's been run in, engine's running sweet. I'm not happy with this dizzy though. The dizzy was already fitted, supplied for this thing. I'm not happy with it. I'm pretty sure it's got an erratic timing episode on a couple of the cylinders. Every now and then it'll just pop out the exhaust for no reason. So what we did is went ahead and got a Bosch style dizzy for this thing this morning. So that's like it's like a Chevy HEI copy thing. So going back to a dizzy and a coil setup instead of the coil being in the distributor. So like I say, here's a Bosch. Obviously it's aftermarket, but yeah, that's a Bosch style dizzy with the module on the side. We've got a cap here to swap it over to the tower style so we can run the leads that are currently fitted to it. So I'm gonna hook in, get that old dizzy, well that HEI dizzy removed, fit that Bosch dizzy and coil, and yeah, give this thing a bit more of a tune up. Hopefully, yeah, that timing issue goes away, and that'll be it. That'll button this thing up for now. We got a heap of work done on it. Yeah, rebuilt the calipers, limit slip diff, obviously changed the cam, fixed the sump leak, transmission oil leaks, and a few other odds and bobs. So yeah, let's finish her off and get this dizzy done, eh? Right, yeah, so normally before I pull the dizzy out, I'd obviously pull number 1 plug out, wind it over, get on number 1 top dead center compression, but the fan's that close to the harmonic balancer on this thing, it's mission impossible. So basically what I'm gonna do is just pull the dizzy cap off, line it up number 1, obviously line the rotor button up with number 1, and yeah, we'll call that good enough because it's been running as is like that, so that's gonna be a solid indicator where number 1 should line up on the new dizzy. So yeah, we'll pull this cap off and get him lined up with number 1, make sure the timing mark on the balancer is within the rough marks. So that's number 1 there. I've already made a mark in there too, so alrighty, so what we'll do is unplug that dizzy from there, and we might even just rip these off just to get that cap out of the road. Alrighty. Rightio, legends, as you can see, I got that coil mount on the firewall. There was a factory little electrical bracket that was still mounted there. The holes lined up perfectly for the coil bracket, so got that fitted, got it and the Dizzy wired up, slotted the new spark plugs in it. So by rights, this thing should be good to go. Hopefully the timing's within cooey. So I just hooked the battery lead up. Yeah, as you can see, haven't fired it up yet, so touch wood. Touch me head. So touch wood, yeah, we'll kick her in the guts and see if it's anywhere near close, eh? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Needs a little bit of RPM. I wonder, might need a little bit of advance, I think. Sounding pretty good. I'll let it get a bit of heat into it, but I'll probably, what I'm gonna do, I don't have my time light at the minute. I've gotta go and grab one, but I might shut it off and see if it kicks back against the starter, see if she's a little bit over advanced or not, but rightio. Spot on. That's gotta be close. Sounds so much better with that Bosch style Dizzy in it than that other one. It was half random. Half the time they'd run good, the other half it wouldn't. So I think that module, even though it's brand new, I'm pretty sure that module is sad. So I am stoked. That is so good. Oh yeah, I'm happy with that. I am happy with that, legend. Rightio, legends. Well, that was the last piece of the puzzle for the work on Mark Chevy here. Like I said, we got the engine oil leak sorted out, which was the sump, and the front cover, the seal in the front cover was buggered. The balance had a big groove in it. So we got all that sorted out. The multiple leaks on the transmission sorted. Pulled that open wheel center out, put the limited slip in it, got that sorted. The ignition was playing up, got that sorted. So yeah, Mark's very happy with it. I'm gonna deliver it back to his place. He's gonna put the front sheet metal back on it and do the last little bits for roadie and engineering. So I'm stoked, he's stoked, and yeah, he gets to get the Chevy back and play with it and hopefully get it on the road pretty soon. So that's going to wrap it up, legends. As always, I appreciate you watching. If you can do us a favour, like, comment, share and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one.